What's going on, everybody? It has been a while since I've checked in on Borca with you, but we have been running sessions since the last video, which is several sessions ago. So I'm going to go by pretty quick with some things that have been happening and then recap the most recent session where something big happened. Here we go. They fought a villain named Peter Rottentail because this was last recorded in Easter. They went to the land of the Ocrateers, which is next to the lake, or a big lake in Borca, and there they found an aboleth that they fought and slew, and there they found a mind flayer in a lighthouse dungeon that they slew, but not before the mind flayer was able to kill Camellia. So, kind of a big deal. We get a new character who is a Kirin recreation from Camelia's soul, named Seirin. So we have a new party. We go hunting. We eventually find a loop guru who is a noble, it turns out, but that did not stop them. They killed him. They went to the casino, had some fun kakagori gambling there, met some people. Let's see, they went to investigate how the loop guru ever came to be from another loop guru, and while doing that, they slew an Annis hag coven. Then they remembered, oh yeah, we left a vampire priest back in the town next to the lake. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. So we've been slaying lots of monsters. And then we go to the Scalomance. They have a problem with a retriever, a drow construct that is meant to take people to the abyss, and instead it has been reprogrammed to take people to the far realm because there's a mind flayer in the dungeon and they kill another mind flayer, this time without losing anybody of their own. And then they get invited to the Scholars Ball, session 27. As the party prepares, they discover that Ivan intends to attend the ball in person. Lord Light sends a message to Ivana of this news in case it will make any difference to her side in the war. Zetan brings along Jelaine, the half-mind flayer, acting as her official sponsor in the humiliation games to come. The pair compose themselves quite well, and Jelaine makes a proposal of a carriage powered by a mind flayer brain that can allegedly go through the mists. Ivan arrives and announces his support for Jelaine's idea. After the dance, Ivan calls for the nobility to meet with him in the courtyard. As he begins to propose a series of battles against Light and Reth for declaring their neutrality in the war, Ivan's allies flock to him. This includes Jelaine, Lord Huron Nobriskov, Ingvild Ocratir, and Aline and Eloise Olzanik. Phrixus attends as a representative of Tetena House, declaring allegiance to Ivana. Light bests the Olzanik sisters in a battle of creation, because he is a creation bard. He did pretty good. And Reth defeats Ingvild in a battle to the scar, because he had a giant sword that he is only wielding because he has ogre gauntlets. Lord Huron out-wrestles Reth, officially declaring the Nobriskov house on Ivan's side in the war. Light notices something peculiar in the bushes, and Zatan recognizes it as a body taker plant. Remember those? Everyone begins scheming rapidly about how to use this wild card to their advantage. Reth distracts Huron and the Olzanics into running in the opposite direction, chasing a false threat. Zatan magically charms Ingvild into attacking Ivan, and Light calls upon his creations to kill Ivan before the body taker plant can seize him. Seirin pays no mind to the intrigues and instead aims for killing the monster. She really is a paladin's paladin. The body taker plant is revealed to be Phrixus, long serving as Ivana's agent and directed on the course by Light Sending. In the chaos that follows, it is Ingvild who lands the killing blow on Ivan Delizia, and Reth who slays the body taker Phrixus. Lord Light ensures that Ivan's body is destroyed, leaving behind only his head. Jelaine, Huron, and the Olzanics see only the aftermath and seem to blame the body taker Phrixus and Hadriana Tetena for Ivan's assassination. Lord Light later modifies Ingvild's memory to believe that she slew Ivan on accident and must keep this secret lest she implicate herself. Light, Reth, Zatan, and Seirin have freed Borca from Ivan's rule and have avoided all blame from those who would seek vengeance. Lord Huron volunteers the nearby Nobrskov house to take care of Ivan's funeral. It should draw in nobles from every house in Borca. So, there's a lot that went on there. There's a lot of names because holy cow, are there a lot of named characters, not just from the noble houses that have been a part in this Game of Thrones that is happening within Borca. Um, and that's part of why I felt a little discouraged making these videos, because I just don't know how one would keep track without a running list of notes of all the nobles and all the side characters. Um, but I was informed that my players do like these videos, so I'm gonna try to keep doing recaps like this, as long as this one gets watched. All in all, Borca is going quite well. I think we've just closed out a chapter because we have slain one of the Dark Lords of Borca. Now, that doesn't mean that the Dark Powers are done with tormenting this land. It doesn't mean that Ivan is done either, even though the party took means to just destroy Ivan's corpse, all but his head. Somehow this cycle of torment in this realm of Ravenloft, uh, this domain of despair, has to keep going, and that is the horror that the characters are trapped in. Now, one other challenge has been with the 5e PCs. They're very good at killing stuff. Most of my recap of all the little sessions, the little one sentence notes there, was they come to a new place, they meet some people, and then they kill a big monster. So I needed something big and something different to happen, and that's why I decided, you know what, they're already going to go to this ball. What if Ivan shows up and he's going to advance this war? He's going to add on to the intrigues of this place, and he could potentially be a target that the players could attack. I was ready to have Huron Nobrskov, the head loot guru, as well as some of the other nobles, be prepared to fight on Ivan's behalf in this little war that Ivan has created with his childish machinations. What I was not prepared for was for Lord Light to send a message to Ivana. Ivana is the ultimate enemy of Ivan. They don't like each other, so she had something nearby that was hinted at in the story multiple times, was that Hadriana Tatena's handyman, Phrixus, was actually a body taker podling. So he turned into the body taker plant, and everything else turned out the way it did. Ivan is dead. So we are now starting a new chapter to see what is going to happen. Is Ivana going to take over and going to be any better a ruler than Ivan was? Or are we going to follow down this line of something that actually came from story point from my players, that Ivana's father had a bastard child, and now there might be another claim to the rulership of Borca. I think that the players are going to play through with that. They also have one more mind flayer that they need to kill, which is actually one of the players' informants. So that's a fun little bit going on there. So all in all, I don't think that we're failing at delivering a challenge to the players that is also a horror for the characters themselves. Lord Light still has to run the real auction because his family is going to be destitute if he doesn't. Reth is not officially a fully engaged member of his family's fighting force, the Nine. He still has to slay his brother to do that. Zatan Graves is not a noble and has already been at the mercy of some of their schemings and an assassination attempt. So he has a lot to lose. Saren is not a noble. She's not used to intrigue, and she may find herself in a situation where she's not going to be able to swing a maul at it, and what happens there. And of course, the mists still trap everybody in Borca. This is still a domain of dread. There is still a Dark Lord or two. There are still dark powers that are looking down on this place and saying, you will be tormented by all of these nobles, and the nobles will be tormented by each other uh, eternally, really. So we're still in Ravenloft. Things are still going good, and I don't know. I guess I will see you next time. I have a recap on a couple of Borca sessions. Till then, have a nat 20 day. Bye bye.